The lawsuit where Blake Lively is suing Justin Baldoni, I have found the whole court documents, which include some text messages of things that were said about Blake and her career and graphics and charts. So I'm going to show you the most important parts of this to me. But if you want to look over this whole thing yourself, I'm going to put the link to this in my IG story so you can go over there and check it out. But let's look at some of the graphics, and then we're also going to look at some very important text messages that show a little bit of the environment that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were working in. In the lawsuit, they included a chart showing the spike in the volume of negatives, basically comments towards Blake Lively, including notable spikes on approximately August 8th and 14th, and continue to trend mostly negative for the remainder of 2024. So you can see the big spike here when that whole thing started happening. They're calling this the social manipulation campaign, and they're saying that this spike here is when the social manipulation campaign started, and you can see a trend of negative Blake Lively publicity. Now let's look at some of the text messages. There's a lot, so we may have to do a part 2, so just be patient with me. And I'm also going to do a YT video on this, and that will be LINK in my BIO. This looks between Justin Baldoni and Mr. Heath. It says right there, it's between Justin Baldoni and Mr. Heath. It says, morning, not in love with the document they sent, not sure I'm feeling the protection I felt on the call. This is the first time I've personally gone through scenario planning with them, so I think let's let them discuss the thinking behind the document and the actual process of protocol and how they implement these things. That's the most important part to this, is how quickly they can shut things down and place stories in your favor. Be honest on all the calls, and let's give the real feedback to each point. Yeah, I feel very much like there is not much defense, and also them feeling strong like she's going to do something just a bit concerning what everyone had originally thought. I'm assuming her is talking about Blake Lively. This is where they claim that Mr. Baldoni, Nathan, and Miss Abel was questioning whether the plan was aggressive enough, and this is their text. Saying, I think you guys that need to be tough and show the strength of what you guys can do in these scenarios. I want to feel like she has been buried. We can't write it down to him. We can't write, we will destroy her. We will go to this. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. He has to look at the information document for us to be armed with that all. Imagine if the document saying all things that he wants ends with us is wrong hands. There's so much of this, so this is going to be in part 2 later in a YT video, and I will put the link to this document in my IG story.